Do you have keepsakes at home that need special care? In this video series, we'll talk about museum preservation methods and how you can incorporate these principles into the home. You may have much-loved dolls and figurines from your childhood or heirloom toys which you have collected from family members. These items often have strong personal meanings attributed to them, and their long-term care will ensure that you can continue to enjoy them or even pass them on to new generations someday. Dolls are often found in museum collections, and their long-term preservation is essential as they help us to understand different perspectives, eras, and places. While we typically keep our items safely stored away in a museum, don't be afraid to take your personal collection of dolls out of storage to discover and enjoy. The following steps will show how you can utilize museum preservation methods to ensure that your dearest dolls stand the test of time. Today we will be featuring 3 dolls from our collection. These items represent different types of materials commonly found in toys and figurines, including porcelain, plastic, and cloth. This Rainbow Bright doll was donated by former museum manager Megan Doll. While this item isn't in pristine condition, its value is demonstrated by its history of being loved and played with by its owner. The doll is mostly made of fabric, but also has plastic components. This 1980s era California Dream Barbie was also donated by Doll, and may be reminiscent of items from your collection of dolls. It is comprised of plastic and fabric materials. We are featuring this item because plastic dolls have their own particular needs for long-term care. This mid-century Eaton Beauty doll was produced by Eaton's catalog. The earliest version of the Eaton Beauty doll from 1900 was priced at $1 and was produced and sold on a mass scale across Canada. This type of doll marks a point in time when porcelain was more commonly used for doll components. Rare collectible pieces are often made of this material. You will need a few materials to properly care for your dolls. You may have some of these materials at home already, but most of these supplies can be purchased at your local craft store or hobby shop. They are cotton or nitrile gloves, vacuum cleaner with hose attachment, a pair of nylon pantyhose, cotton string or twill tape, which can be purchased at your local craft store, an acid-free and lignin-free box with a lid. This can be found at your local paper supplier or hobby shop. Regular cardboard boxes are not recommended as they contain harmful acids which can damage your items. Scrap lignin-free card pieces, acid-free cardstock or paper, which can be purchased at your local paper supplier or craft store, a pencil, adjustable doll display mounts, which can be purchased at your local hobby shop. Powder-coated metal stands are preferred, and avoid uncoated wood stands. A soft, clean bristle brush or paintbrush, acid-free tissue paper, which can be found at your local paper supplier or craft store, and a microfiber cloth. While well-loved dolls may have visible dirt and debris, we caution against deep cleaning, which can cause irreversible damage. While you may decide that heavily soiled items need machine washing, harsh detergents and heavy washing cycles can cause fading, distortion, tears, or rips. For the purposes of this video, we will only be covering gentle surface cleaning. The following methods are applicable to more than just dolls. You can use the same general principles for action figures, stuffed animals, or specialty models. Your dolls may be made up of multiple components and materials, in which case you can incorporate principles from each category as appropriate. It is important to first remove dust and debris from the surface of the doll to reduce attractants for pests and insects which love to feast on natural materials such as wool, fur, hair, cotton, and silk. The removal of dust will also help to prevent potential mold growth or permanent discoloration. Before you begin handling your items, put on cotton or nitrile gloves to protect the surfaces from the naturally occurring but harmful oils on your hands. If you don't have gloves, make sure to wash your hands thoroughly before handling your items. For dolls with cloth and fabric components, or hard surface figurines with excess dust accumulation, you can gently vacuum the surface to remove debris. To prepare your vacuum, ensure there's no dust in the entry to the nozzle. Cover the opening tightly with a pair of nylon pantyhose to create a screen. Wrap the excess material around the nozzle and secure with a knot. The nylon will ensure that if any pieces dislodge during cleaning, they will not be sucked up by the vacuum. Lay the doll on a flat, clean surface and turn on your vacuum. With one hand, hold the doll securely in place, and with the other hand, hold the vacuum at least 1 inch away from the surface of the doll. Slowly move the covered nozzle over the surface of the entire doll. Be extra careful if your doll has any surface embellishments, as the vacuum suction could cause these decorations to lift. To remove dust from fine details or crevices, use a soft brush to lift debris, directing it towards the covered vacuum nozzle. For dolls with hard or soft plastic or rubber components, you can also remove surface debris by wiping with a clean and dry microfiber cloth. After cleaning, wrap each doll individually in a piece of tissue paper large enough to fold into a couple of layers around the object. Next, cut a length of twill tape long enough to wrap around the object's length and width, and tie firmly but not tightly around the package as if you were wrapping a present. Cloth dolls or figures with flexible components are best stored flat to prevent permanent distortion caused by the weight of the object. Dolls and figurines made of hard materials can be stored upright in a sectioned box. Measure your dolls and determine the appropriate amount of sections needed for your storage box. Measure and cut pieces of card to fit the length and width of your box. Cut as many pieces as needed to create the sections. Cut a slot halfway down each piece of card and connect the two pieces by sliding the cut sides together. Place the card sections inside the box. Stand your wrap dolls in the individual sections. Pad empty space around the doll with some crumpled up tissue for extra support. Store boxes in a low humidity setting, such as a cool, dry closet. Avoid rooms without temperature control, such as attics or basements. Extreme hot and cold fluctuations can accelerate mold growth or cause certain materials to crack and degrade. Label boxes using a piece of acid-free paper and a pencil. Secure the tag to the outside of the box using cotton string for easy identification. This will help reduce handling of fragile pieces when you are searching for your items in storage. During storage, separate dolls which are made of different materials, particularly those with plastic or rubber components. Plastics and rubbers emit harmful gases as they age, which can cause other materials to rapidly break down. To be safe, keep your plastic dolls in one box and your cloth dolls in another. Avoid storing dolls in an airtight container. A lignin-free cardboard box will ensure proper air circulation, which can help prevent mold growth. You may decide that you would prefer to showcase your prize collection in your home. These tips will help you to extend the life of your pieces while continuing to enjoy them. Secure dolls on adjustable figurine mounts to reduce strain on fragile components. Display cases will also help to reduce contact with dust and insects. When selecting a case, avoid unpainted or unsealed wooden cabinets. Raw wood is highly acidic and emits harmful gases which damage dolls and textiles. Conduct regular gentle cleaning and vacuuming of your items to avoid permanent damage caused by dust and debris. Rotate dolls regularly in and out of storage to reduce fading from light sources. Avoid placing doll mounts or cases near bright windows, as natural light will quickly cause doll clothing to fade. Avoid placing dolls in areas where they may absorb strong smells from cooking, smoking, or your beloved pets. Airborne pollutants from these sources may also cause permanent damage. After completing these steps, you will be able to adopt a regular cleaning schedule, create a protective storage environment, reduce physical strain, limit attractants for pests, prevent mold growth, and enjoy your dolls for years to come. Stay tuned for the next installment of Using and Preserving Your Keepsakes. Thank you for watching.